over the CRM. The CRM is very useful. If you guys cannot afford the lead and database side, that's going to be on the higher end subscriptions, you can at least get the CRM. The CRM is $20 a month. There currently is no other CRM in the excess funds business that is this low and can do all of the capabilities it can do. So at $20 a month, it's pretty much a no-brainer. So here, I'm going to show you guys the capabilities that it has. For starters, we'll go with contacts. Here on the contacts, you can see here that there's a little over 6,000 contacts, and we have our leads imported. Now, when these leads are imported through my virtual assistants, they know how to import it the correct way so that the auto dialer can be used accurately. If you guys do not have a virtual assistant working for you, it's going to take you probably about 10 minutes per file to upload the leads in the correct format, and I'll explain to you why. Also, by importing this the correct way, we can use the auto dialer for free, which will really save you a lot of money. At $20 a month, the fact that you can use an auto dialer is very inexpensive. Most auto dialers, like I mentioned at the beginning of the call, are anywhere between $100 to $150 per month. All right, so the detail that is inputted on my contacts and my CRM is what you guys should have as well. Here we can see the client and we can see the lead. So this says Joanne Jackson, type of contact is a relative. So by looking at this, I know that this contact is a relative of the client. We have the phone number, we have the phone type. We can see that this is a landline. So if we try to send them a message, it's going to be unsuccessful because you obviously cannot text landlines. We have the surplus amount, we have the parcel number, the opening bid, the closing bid, the case number, the date it was sold, the type of foreclosure, and the property's address. So very detailed to the point where if we get this client on the line, we have all of the important information to be professional, knowledgeable, and an expert. If we head over to the related contacts tab, now you guys are going to see exactly why these contacts have to be imported a specific way to use the auto dialer. So with this CRM, you guys might have seen something similar to this platform, maybe a different color, a different logo. This is operating through a white label CRM called GoHighLevel. So Surplus System uses the same thing. They have pretty much all the capabilities as Excess Elite. This system will only allow you to use the auto dialer if there's one phone number per contact. Now, as we know with skip tracing, when we perform our research, a lot of our leads come back with multiple phone numbers. We don't know which number is correct. That's why we do skip tracing, so we can go through and call all of them. So when this is imported the correct way, we'll then have the contact multiple times, but it'll have a different phone number. And when we do actually get in touch with the client that is the correct person, we'll just simply go in, select all the other contacts, and then deselect the one that is the correct one and go ahead and delete that and clear that out of our system. Because if this is the correct phone number, we don't need to actively try to campaign and message these other contacts. I'm going to show you guys exactly how all of the contacts get at least 3 points of contact, and I'll put you in position to score. So these contacts are tagged correctly as well. So here I can see that this is a mortgage foreclosure. This is out of Polk County, Florida. Everything is tagged correctly. So by the way, if you guys want to have VAs importing leads for you, you can contact the VAs that I use. That is, I'll put their email, provaservicesph@gmail.com. They work at, I believe it's $5 or $6 an hour, and they just have a $50 onboarding fee, but they'll be able to import your leads the correct way so you can really utilize this CRM. Now that we have these contacts, we've gone over that, we can go over how the auto dialer works. So you can either click auto dialer or you can access it in the Conversations tab. So if I click on Conversations and then Manual Actions, all the leads that I have imported in my auto dialer are here ready to call. All I now simply have to do is hit Let's Start. All right, so now it's dialing this number. It's too late. I'm not going to actually talk to this person. So I'm going to go ahead and put no answer. Now this is loading up to send to the next contact. It'll automatically go. Or if I click this, that can speed up. Now with that auto dialer right now, I don't want it to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and hit pause. Here, we can see that this is a landline. So this message was unsuccessful. This message is a feature that is built into the CRM, which allows you to automatically send a text message. I've been telling you guys how useful it is to text clients, whether that's saying, hello, is this their first name, or even sending a detailed text. You do want to have an additional contact method. So if you're just calling a lead one time, and then you're no longer reaching out to them, whether that's text message, voicemail, or anything, you're basically slimming your chances to do this business. We know that in surplus funds, it's a numbers game. We see thousands of contacts out there, but we have to locate them. And in order to locate them, we need to try every way possible. So right now we've done a call. If I could have left a voicemail, I would have left a voicemail. So now we have an initial call. We have a voicemail left. We have the automatic text message. Now to take this the next step further, I'm going to show you guys the two pipelines that this CRM has that makes it very simple and effective. So now on this missed call or no answer, we're going to add this into a workflow, or actually an opportunity rather, as hard to locate. Because think about it, if they didn't answer the phone, they didn't respond to a text, they didn't respond to a voicemail, they're hard to locate. All right, so that's going to be added into that pipeline, hard to locate. The stage is contact follow-up, and I'm going to hit create. If I got that client on the line and they were ready to go, I would then add them to the surplus funds pipeline, and they would be considered a prospect. I'm going to go over the pipeline with you guys. All right, so if we head over to the opportunities tab, we now have the pipeline hard to locate. Now I'm going to show you guys exactly how this CRM forces you to contact the client every way possible. So we've gone through the auto dialer. We've called them once. They didn't answer. We left a voicemail if possible, and we left a text message. Now this is going to prompt us to actually follow up with the contact. What I recommend is once a client is in this stage to perform the double tap method. That's going to be when you're simply going to call the client 2 times back to back. Now, I don't care if a client gets called back to back and they're pissed off when they answer the phone, because what we're trying to do is get validated phone numbers. We know that with each lead, this is the person who's entitled, or it's a relative that we can help, and we need to find the correct number. So if we call back to back, we have a higher chance at getting in touch with somebody. Now, we've initially called them, we've left a voicemail, we've left a text message, and we've called them back to back. So this is now going to lead to extremely high percentages to actually get a hold of that person. If they do not answer and it's not the correct number or it's invalid, we can simply go in and delete that lead. But if it's a lead where we don't know if it's invalid, they just simply haven't reached out to us, we're then going to move them over to the social media research. This is going to prompt us to go ahead and search your client on Facebook or on LinkedIn. Now, I've told you guys, in this business, we're going to find a lot of people on Facebook. So this is a crucial step that you should be doing in this business. And this is why I mentioned that this pipeline forces you to make sure you're hitting every method of contact. Now, once again, I've been saying if you have your virtual assistants, they'll be able to do this for you. If not, what you're going to do is you're going to look up all the individuals that are listed, and you're going to then try to find them on Facebook or LinkedIn. All right, that can kind of be tedious and time consuming if you had a VA you're getting what you pay for. All right. So at that point, we're going to reach out to them. After you get confirmation that you've reached out to all those leads, they're then going to be moved over to the neighbor and relative research tab. Now, the CRM is already designed, if you're using Skip Matrix as your skip tracer, you're already going to have the relatives on point. But now we can then look for neighbors. You'll be surprised how many neighbors you can reach out to that can help you piece together little clues to get in contact with somebody, especially if it's a surplus that's large enough. That's how, those other deals that are millions of dollars or hundreds and hundreds of thousands, those get claimed by people going the extra mile. All right. So after that, we would then send a mailer. You can send a mailer to them, and then we'll perform our final reach out, in which we send our last text saying, hey, this is our final reach out. You have an open claim for surplus funds. Our firm can assist you. We don't charge any upfront fees. And then you provide a link to your website and tell them to contact you for a free consultation. So this hard to locate pipeline, once again, we have many methods of contact, basically all the methods of contact. We've called, we've left voicemail, we've text message. You guys can even send emails. There's a lot of different options that you can do. Now, let's say we had a client that's ready to go. Here's another cool thing about the workflow in this. Each stage in here is pretty much the entire process of getting paid with surplus funds. Once we have a client that is ready to go on the phone, we've informed them they want to get some more information, they want to get the intro email, they're going to be thrown into this pipeline. And the first stage is called prospect, because that is a prospect. We have somebody, we have their validated phone number, their prospect, we want to turn them into a actual client. This stage is going to have a series of automations that's already built into the CRM. You're going to get a notification that it's now time to go ahead and send the intro email. And I'm going to walk through that as well, which is already preset for you guys. You're going to get a automatic text message to your prospect, letting them know that an email is on the way. Then after you complete the task and that email is sent, a text is also going to go to the client telling them to check their spam folder as well, to go ahead and review that. And then now they're going to be moved into the follow-up stage, because in this business, we understand that we need to send them the proof and the intro email, and then we need to follow up and close. So in this follow up and close, it's pretty much an entire sequence until the client responds. Automatic text messages following up, notifications sent to you asking you, hey, did you call this client? Did you text the client? Really emphasizing the follow up. After that client is ready to go, we'll then move forward with the claim. And then at that point, that's when we'll send our additional documents that need to be signed. We'll set up notaries. We'll get our documents to the attorney if necessary. Then here we have final review and submission. Once everything is signed, this is going to send you a notification to go ahead and finally review. And then also it will send an automatic text message to your client, letting them know that the claim has been submitted. Here, this is one of the great features of this CRM, is the automatic follow-up with your client. We do understand that this business, it does take some time to get paid. So with your client being in this category, in this pipeline, they're going to get a follow-up text pretty much bi-weekly, just touching bases with the client, letting them know that the claim is still pending. If they have any questions, contact us, but we're just letting them know that we're following up with the county and everything is in good order. All right. Then once you do finally get paid, it's going to be an automatic text message reaching out to the client, telling them that we got paid, confirming their mailing address. And then also they're going to be sent a form so that they can fill out a testimony for your company. Now I'm going to show you guys how simple it is to send an intro email. So if we have a client, let's say it's this person right here, Ramon, and we want to, let me pick somebody else. We'll pick on Joanna. So let's say Joanna is ready to go. We want to now send her an email. For starters, we're gonna have to put an email in that contacts field. All right, so if I just put an email here. Then we'll just have to refresh the system so that the email can be there. All right, now what we're gonna do is we're simply gonna click on this email button. And now we're going to hit right here, insert template. And then we're going to select the intro email. All right. Here we can see that the intro email is here ready for you guys to send out. It has custom values that's going to pull from over here. All right. And then here we have the subject line that's already filled out. The from name is from me. I have my company email. If I want to attach proof, I can attach proof. Here, all I have to do is hit send. And now this email, of course, that's a fake email, but now you guys can see that everything got automatically filled. All right, hello, Joanne Jackson. We have the information, we have the address, the opening bid. Oh yeah, there's another thing too. You will have to fill out the state statute. So in the course, we do have the 50 state statute guide. So you'll go in and fill that information before you hit send. Sorry about that. That is something that you'll manually have to do, but sending intro emails to clients is now done in less than 5 minutes. So now you have a CRM that is allowing you to reach out to a client in every method possible. You can send an intro email in less than 5 minutes. Your closing ability rather is now going to be a lot higher because your clients are going to have the intro email in which you can leverage the information on the foreclosure, on the state statute, a link directly to your site. Now, you can also send your emails externally from your actual email as well, which I highly recommend because in the CRM, a lot of these emails, since it is a forward to, it's actually going to go to their spam folder. So you guys might want to just copy this email and paste it into your actual email rather. All right, so the features of the CRM are primarily to be used the correct way, and that's going to be using the auto dialer, throwing them into the follow-up campaign, hard to locate, or surplus funds, whichever one. Everything is designed for you to have success in this business. All right. Now, let's say we do have a client and we see their information and we now need to probably go search to find proof. Like, let's say, for example, it is this lead right here. If this client reached out to us, they was ready to go, we would then look in here and we would say, okay, this is a tax deed claim. This was sold in March, and this is from Hillsborough County. I would then head over to the lead and database side, and I would go see if I can find some additional proof to go ahead and attach to my email. So we just saw that that was a tax overage in Hillsborough County. So we'll click on that, and then we can go to that date. So the date of that sale happened to be 3/9. All right, so we can go to their auction calendar. We can go to March. We can go to the 9th, and then we can pull up the property where it's sold for a higher amount. And then you can screenshot it, and you can now attach that to your email, and you can say attached is showing that the property is sold for a higher amount, and you send them the state statute referencing that property sold for a higher amount lead to a surplus funds, which is legally entitled to the previous owner and their heir. So that's one form of proof. You can also go in if they have a tax deed management, or if it's a mortgage foreclosure, you can easily go into the case docket and perform your research and then go ahead and attach your proof there as well. They also have the claim form ready for you to fill it out. Pretty much just little things to make this business much simpler. And then also, like I mentioned, the CRM only being $20 per month is definitely something that needs to be taken advantage of. All right, so any questions with that? Anybody want me to re-go over anything that was mentioned?
Hey, Eric, real quick, in terms of the hard to locate, what's the interval that your workflow that goes automatically to the hard to locate? Is it once or twice for no answer?
So hard to locate is immediately on your auto dial. If they don't answer, they need to immediately go there because now they're being prompted as hard to locate. If they picked up the phone, then ideally we should be trying to close and throw them into the surplus funds pipeline. So it's always going to be one of the two, hard to locate or surplus funds.
Got it. All right. Thank you.
Also, another great feature is you guys can actually create your own surplus funds website. So if you click on sites, you can go to websites and you can actually create your own website here as well. You can choose from other templates. You may not necessarily see a surplus funds website, but you can find other websites that you can go in and customize and change, you know, things that you want. You can put in company logos, pictures. A lot of the stuff is pre-filled out for you. So that's another cool feature. You can also invoice clients. So, you know, if you're using the packet process strategy in which you're invoicing clients, you can go ahead and do that, integrate a payment with PayPal or Stripe. You can create many different templates. Here, the intro email is there, but if you want any other text or email templates to be automated, you can do that. You can create automations as well. So if you wanted to, let's say, for example, you wanted to create a pre-foreclosure text campaign, you can easily do that. We'll go ahead and name this pre-foreclosure SMS campaign. And we can go ahead and trigger that off of a tag. So if we click tag, contact tag, we hit tag added, we can go ahead and create a new tag. It's we already have one there. All right, and then we can go ahead and hit save trigger. And then our first action can be send SMS. And then here, if we already designed a template, we can select that template, or you can go in and create your own one. So let's say we wanted to say hello, and then we can insert custom values. So we can say hello, you know, their first name. And then you can say, this is, and then you can say your company name. So user, we can go in and we can put who the user is. We can go to account and we can say account name. That's going to be your company's name. We can put that. And you can make a message. We specialize with the assistance of foreclosures. You can input, you know, if you want to insert the contact surplus amount, we can input a lot of information. All right, so you guys have a lot of different capabilities. If you're tech savvy, you can go in there and do it. If you're not tech savvy, just stick with the basic automations that are already in there. Like I mentioned earlier, it's not a matter of the CRM not working. It's a matter of you not understanding how to work it. So the good thing about XS Elite is over here on the left side, we have two items that can really help you. We have the weekly live Q&A, which is every Wednesday at 6 p.m. You simply click on that, and then you can attend the weekly live calls. Right there, you get on the Zoom. There's an onboarding tab that has a list of videos that can help you understand a lot of things, or you can pay for a one-on-one session where they'll onboard you. There's a support ticket. So if you have any questions, you can get your support. If you want to utilize the mailers, if you want to send mailers with stamp, you can click on that. and access it there as well. So, you know, the CRM definitely has a lot of capabilities. It can be overwhelming, but if you take your time and actually learn the system and use it the correct way, you'll see a lot of traction. This is the same CRM that I use. This is what the call center uses. We get traction utilizing this system. You use the auto dialer. They go into hard to locate. You double tap, they go to social media. You search them on social media. If a client is ready, we follow protocol. We send them an intro email. We try to close the client. We follow up strong. So a lot of the steps in this business is basically forced upon you if you use this CRM. Carlos, you have a question? Carlos, you have your hand up.
It's been up for a while. That may be from earlier.
Oh, okay. All right.
Is there a limit to the number of contacts on here?
No, I had somebody that recently imported, I think it was like 68,000 leads. It took some time, but I did see it in the system. So of course there probably is some sort of capacity. I'm just not sure if it's something that we would be afraid of. If
So
somebody's contacting 100,000 surplus fund leads, wow.
yeah, I'm just gonna point out, and I've been looking, and I've looked over the years and implemented other CRMs, and I know HighLevel is a very, very, very sophisticated and all-encompassing program. And I mean, just in terms of everybody who's on this, I got to say this is an incredible deal. If you're just getting the CRM for $20, the GoHighLevel program, uncustomized, unset up specifically for your business, goes anywhere from $97 a month up to $497 a month for the platform. And this is coming to you at $20 a month, and it's customized to this business by somebody who's been doing this business for 5-6 years. This is a fantastic deal. Sometimes setting these automations up, and I'm watching and trying to learn more about GoHighLevel because it's such an impressive platform that learning, just trying to figure out how to create the automations. This is coming to you where these automations and the pipelines and the templates of the communications are all already done for you. It's really an incredible value. So I just wanted to mention it because as I've been looking at this, it's really kind of amazing.
Yeah, thank you for that. Guys, I'm working on trying to make this the best possible with you guys. Even on the lead and database side, the CRM is great and all, but the lead and database side, constantly working to make that great. The lead and database side, if you guys want a 7-day free trial, you can use the code Prestige30 off. So you're going to get 7 free days to test it out. Go in, test it out, see how you like it. You can also get 30% off. And like Will mentioned, everything's pretty much packaged, ready for you to go. You do have to understand the system, though. It isn't something, unless you're pretty tech savvy, you're not just going to catch it immediately logging in. But that's why you have the support and you have things to help you out. Is that Listy? Listy, you have a question? Listy, you have your hand raised. You can go ahead and hit unmute.
Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. My mute was being weird. So with my with this CRM, you have to purchase your own phone number and then attach it to the CRM. Is that how that works?
Oh, so great question. Thanks for reminding me. So you're going to go over to the settings tab and you can get a business phone number. And the phone numbers range from anywhere from like $1 to $3 per month. So what you can do is you can add a toll-free number. If you do that, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, $2 a month. But if you use a personal work number, it's going to be cheaper, but you do have to go through the A2P configuration. Basically, they want to know that you're going to be informing clients that they can stop or stop to opt out. And then also they just want to get your business phone number registered. So you would put one of these phone numbers that you select, and let's say you have a Google Voice number or even your own phone number. What you're going to do is you're going to have to make sure that you get a forward number, because if you put a forward number here, you can actually start receiving inbound calls. The CRM can only do outbound calls, but if you activate a forward to number, you can then receive that call on your actual phone. Another cool thing about this platform is the calls can be recorded as well. So you can actually record calls. You can do whisper messages that's automatically informing the client that the call is being recorded. You can have voicemails as well. So if you want to put a voicemail on your phone, you can import that as well. You can have automatic text sent out to every missed call also. You can record calls, you can share calls. You can create websites. You can add as many staff members as you want at no additional charge. You can create custom fields and values. So like all of the custom fields that are in here for surplus funds and all that information, all of like opening bid, parcel number, all of that, you can create your own if you want to. You can create a calendar. You can have a calendar too if you wanted to book clients for surplus funds. You can create your own calendar. You can send them a link and they can, start booking and scheduling calls with you as well.
And for that $1.15, does that you can make as many calls as you want, or they charge you per call as well?
No, you can make as many calls as you want. The text messages, I believe, is limited at like 6,000 a day. So you can't go too crazy on the text.
But that's all included in the $1.15 or whatever it is.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay.
Yeah, the call recording, if they have a charge and it's not even 1 penny per minute, I think it's like 0.0006. So, if you're calling and you're in contact with a lot of people, you might get an extra charge of like $2-3 for usage, but nothing